What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Holy I'm Black. But look, we watching a video called "What It's Like to Have Horrible Roommates" by Birdie. You know what I'm saying? Now, I never really had a roommate. I mean, when I was in like middle school, like I'm not gonna get into that. Why? But look, it was one of my closest friends, right? We technically lived together because I'll always be there, bro. Loki, it was fire, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but it would get irritating sometimes. But let's talk and end to the video.
Roommates, the biggest hit or miss ever. Whoever it is out there in this universe that eventually ends up being your roommate, you gotta hope by some miracle that you're able to live together. Like, for example, my roommate keeps his room a fucking biohazard. Obviously, I'm gonna want him to clean that shit. If it's looking like Asmongold's room, bro, it's time to get the vacuum.
I mean, my room is a little bit messy. It's not super duper dirty. It's just mostly closed up. But some people must be trash. Like, bro, remember I seen this one TikTok? I think it was Nova online, bro. This man was cleaning his room with a shovel. Like I understand your room being dirty sometimes, but like you letting it sit for that long? Because I feel like when you clean your room, I feel like you clean your room because it feels disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you gotta use a shovel is crazy. I'm getting off topic. Let's lock in.
And clean it up. No more excuses. And a lot of people's first experience with roommates is when they go off to college. And well, that was mine too. And I didn't really get bad roommates per se. You know, it was just sometimes living with other people, it bothered me, alright? You know, everybody's on like different schedules. And I'm that one person that's always up super late working. You know, that's me. But some of my roommates went to bed at like 10 p.m. So obviously that was not gonna work out for me. I was gonna have to just grind my schoolwork in the dark. And to be honest with you, I don't blame them. They had to get up mad early, but me, I was able to sleep till like 10 or 11 on some days. And of course, since I wasn't even able to pick my schedule my first semester, so a few of the days throughout the week, I had an 8 a.m. class in the morning. And if you're
Nah, I know you mad tired, but I don't know how college is like, but I actually know you mad tired, bro. You know, like when you like don't get no sleep for school, then when you go to school, bro, you just trying to fight yourself up so you just don't fall asleep. It's just so hard.
you're a college student, you know 8 a.m. classes are garbage. Unless you're really up that early in the morning. Some of my roommates had to get up at 6 a.m. like I said. And there was 4 of us in this room, including my brother. So I was just waking up to alarms left and right before I even had to get up. And one of my roommates, his alarm sounded like a fucking fire alarm was going off. It would just absolutely scare the lights out of me every morning. And my alarm's like the iPhone radar noise. And that already pisses me off to begin with. Like I want to smash my phone with a hammer every time I hear it. And I was not getting quality rest either. It's not like I was sleeping on a soft, Tempur-Pedic memory foam mattress. No, I was sleeping on a mattress or what felt to be a stone slab. The mattress was old as hell, just completely worn out. That shit's clearly seen better days. And my school was not cheap at all, bro. It was an arm and a leg for tuition. And I had to pay even more on top of that for room and board. And my parents told me I had to enjoy the college experience, but honestly, I could have went without that part. Now, on the first day I was there, you know, my roommate met this girl, obviously, and they were together like the entire time I was rooming with him, which was for like a year. And sometimes, yeah, it kind of just made shit awkward. The fact that we didn't have our own space, like we were just all in the same space, because sometimes I would hear them arguing, or when I was trying to sleep, like I'd hear them talking about some random bullshit, I don't know. Or they'd like watch a movie or something and the TV light was just blaring in my face. And yeah, sometimes I'd walk into the room and yeah, they would just be making out. It was very awkward. Like it just made shit worse that we didn't have our own space. Like that was just bound to happen. It was just gonna cause a bunch of awkward moments. And you know, sometimes when I wasn't looking, yeah, sometimes they would make out when I was present in the room. And
That's crazy. No cat, bro. They just trying to get down to business, bro. That's crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I feel like I know you. I know. Oh my god, bro. I know you be hearing some crazy stuff when y'all go to sleep. You probably hearing eat all night and day, bro. I feel bad for you, bro.
I'm like, all right, bro, I gotta get the hell out of here. This is just awkward as shit. So I'll just book it out of the room and go get food or something. And by the time the end of the year hit, I just decided I'm just gonna live at home. Especially if I have to record videos. Imagine recording videos in a dorm. Like, that's just awkward, bro. A bunch of people can hear. The walls are so thin. Like, it would have just sounded like I was like a deranged lunatic just talking to myself about stupid-ass stories I experienced.
Oh, that is true, bro. I can't do that in front of people, bro. That sounds weird.
Or whatever else I was talking about at that point. Like, I would have been whispering into the mic and shit. I would have sounded like I was like the next up-and-coming ASMR creator. Like, it would not have been good. You know, I was trying my hardest not to be a nuisance for my roommates, so it could at least be a somewhat decent living experience. But of course, unluckily for me, all 3 of my roommates were messy, including my brother. And of course, I would have to do a lot of the cleaning. The trash would just be straight up overflowing sometimes, and more trash would end up on the floor than the actual trash can. Okay, it wasn't that bad. I'm just glad we did not have a kitchen in our room. Thank God. Otherwise, my ass would have been the one stuck doing dishes.
No, I'm not lying. Dishes is the most worst chore to do, bro. Cause, bro, sometimes you be doing the dishes, bro. The water be weird mystery colors, right? And then sometimes the worst thing ever, bro. The nastiest thing you can find when you like doing the dishes is something old and you guys scrape it off with your nails cause the sponge not scraping it off and it's just ew. Or you find an old chicken bone in the sink, bro. I don't know why they be chicken bones in the sink, but it happened multiple times, bro.
Just what was gonna happen. Because, I don't know, just living in a messy space just pisses me off. I don't know why. I like everything to be somewhat clean. I would have to vacuum the damn floors and shit when no one else was in the room. Like, we all each had our individual corners of the room. And, of course, my brother, the duck, does not give a fuck about his room being messy. So, obviously, his corner of the room was gonna be really messy. A huge pile of dirty clothes on the floor, crumbs scattered everywhere. And as twin brothers, I mean, we literally agree on everything. Except this. But obviously, when I tell his ass he's gotta step up and clean, he'll help me clean. He just doesn't care about living in a messy environment. And well, speaking of a messy environment, you know, we basically had a bunch of bugs and shit living in the room with us. Like, we had ants. We had a whole hornet's nest I didn't even know about. Like, they were just staying there rent-free. It was like every time I'd get back from class, I'd see like a bunch of dead hornets on the windowsill. And I was like, what the hell is...
Okay, well, I couldn't live like that, bro. Like, having them dirty rooms, nothing but like if bugs coming in your room, that means like there's food on the floor, like half eating food that's been sitting for days, bro. I can't, bro. That's
going on, bro. So I put in a work order because, well, I cannot live with hornets. Like, I'm not trying to go to sleep at night and just have a million hornet stings when I wake up. But thankfully, that did not happen. After like a week, they finally pulled up and got rid of the hornet's nest. So yeah, just living in a college dorm in general was fucking shit. I mean, it's not even my roommate's fault, to be honest. Like, the living experience was just garbage. It was just mad awkward not having our own space. And we had to share a bathroom with the entire floor, which was just so stupid. Like, it was just...
Okay, I know that stank, bro. College. Did y'all live at that college after hearing this, dog? Cause I know that must stink, bro. Cause you know when some people use the bathroom, it be smelling like the Grim Reaper, bro, down there, bro. I couldn't do that, bro. And there's probably like hundreds of people using that bathroom every day.
was bound to be a mess. There was bound to be puke in the showers, boogers on the stall or whatever. And there was a bunch of hair in the sinks too, and the shower drains. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, the janitor is not getting paid enough to clean this shit. This is bad. And sometimes the trash was just overflowing in the bathroom too. Because people just decided instead of throwing out all their takeout boxes in their own rooms, they just used the bathroom as a trash station. And even just the amount of awkward experiences I've had when people try to talk to me while I'm like taking a shit or in the shower is just unbearable. So I would have to just try to go when nobody else is there. Honestly, my roommates weren't that bad, but nah, my floor mates were absolutely terrible. Now see, most people on my floor were chill, but I had some people that just really pissed me off. I genuinely don't know how this happened, or actually I do know how this happened. He was drunk as hell, but one time at 3 in the morning, this drunk kid put a bag of popcorn in the microwave. He just let this bag of popcorn catch fire, like he just completely...
Yeah, that gotta be trunk material, bro. How do you do that for hours and hours? Hold up.
forgot about it. So yeah, the microwaves are like really janky and old, and like when you did it, you had to set it to like 30 minutes every single time. Like you didn't have a choice. So you'd have to keep an eye on whatever it was in the microwave. And you know, you really don't need that many brain cells operating to remember that. But clearly this kid was not on Earth with us. He was on another planet. He just let this bag of popcorn catch fire. The fire alarm went off. And at first I thought it was my roommate's Amber Alert ass alarm. And I'm like, already? Jesus. And I checked the time and I'm like, it's 3 in the morning. What is happening right now? And then all delirious, I realize it's the fire alarm. Every single kid in that building got their sleep interrupted because some kid decided to put popcorn in the microwave and forget about it. And at this point, we were in like January, so it was freezing cold out. And everybody was confused at what just happened. And eventually I found out because like some kids were just talking about it in class. Now, some people on my floor were wannabe TikTokers, all right? They wanted to be the next up-and-coming TikTok stars.
I respect it, you know what I'm saying? But well, I would say they consistent. I'm not really consistent, so I can't really talk about it.
And there happened to be this trend where people would knock on doors and play the song called Die Young by Kesha. And they would play the song on a boombox, and right when it said, I hear your heartbeat to the beat of the drums, however it goes, they just start banging on the door. And I was like, what just happened?
I know
like,
that's
did somebody
annoying.
just get assaulted outside of my dorm room? Like I was trying to speed run work that was due tomorrow, and out of nowhere, I just heard this excessive banging on my door. And I'm just gonna assume that it was the same people, probably, that left an empty box of waffles at my door, followed by a note that reads, you deserve this. We love you guys. I was just like, okay, this has got to be like some alternate timeline. This has got to be like a fever dream. Like this whole year that happened in my life did not feel like a real event that transpired. And a lot of my floor mates loved blasting music at like 7 in the morning. I don't know why. I don't know why they had to put music on at 7 a.m., but they did. One of my roommates.
No, that'd be annoying, bro. I hate people who blast music early in the morning, especially when you go to school, bro. Cause, bro, that'd be so annoying. Like, it's too early to be doing this, you know what I'm saying? You tired, bro. At 7 in the morning, too, blasting some nonsense.
Was blasting Dub by Yeet at 7 in the morning, and you know what? I was hyped that day. That shit got me up. You know what? That was a good start to the day. I'm getting up. But sometimes I'd hear country music, and I'm like, all right, bro, just turn that shit off.
Yeah, turn that shit.
You know, if you like country music, that's all you, bro. That's just personally not me. I'm not trying to hear about tractors and wagons at 7 in the morning. And you know, for the most part, it was manageable. It would annoy me a little bit, except for this one time. So this kid on our floor invited somebody from another school, and him and this other kid went through our floor and a bunch of other people's floors to see if their doors were unlocked to try to hit a lick on random shit just lying around in people's rooms. And usually we did not keep our door locked, which was really bad. Like, I don't know how the hell we survived. And these two kids just bursted the door down, and luckily my roommate and his girlfriend were there. Otherwise, all our shit would have got finessed. And they were about to go take something off my desk, and they were like, yo, what are you doing here? And then they just dipped out of the room, and the door was locked for the rest of that night. I just decided, you know what? I have shit to do in the morning. I don't want bro to attempt that shit again. I'm going home. And my roommate said he was holding down the fort for that night. And they ended up stealing other people's shit because they weren't in their room at all, and the door was open. And they ended up taking a bunch of stuff, so the school obviously made a big deal about all this.
No, you're mad looking for leaving, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. And having your door, like, y'all are mad risky too. Having your door unlocked when y'all gone. Y'all wanted somebody to steal y'all stuff, I'm not gonna lie.
And whoever it was, the kid that was stealing shit was about to get expelled, so they had to call all of us as like witnesses, and they asked us about the situation because he was one of the only people that ended up seeing the kid trying to steal stuff. And what happened was we got called down to the main office, and like one of the deans of our school was talking to us and basically asked us what happened in a nutshell. And we just explained it to him, and then he asked my roommate what the kid looked like, and I guess he gave like a brief description of him. And you know, now that I think about it, I think I kind of knew who the kid was. Like, I've seen him before, but I didn't know him by name. And after he talked to us and a few more groups, eventually he found out who the kid was, and his ass got expelled, deservingly. As for my roommates and other floor mates, they were fine. You know, it wasn't the end of the world, except for that dude that tried to steal shit. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one on the end screen.
I enjoyed that, and I enjoyed it. Alright, y'all, that's it for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed that, and see y'all boys later. Bye bye.